Guest segment's brought to you by the Round Rock Express, where we are right now. Jeff, what's going on in Round Rock?
Well, we are. It's good. We're here for a couple days. The big one's tomorrow. That's the Nolan Ryan Hall of Fame 25th anniversary replica ring giveaway, presented to the first 2,000 fans. So get here early if you want that. Then they go on the road for a week, but while they're on the road, the UIL state tournament is out Dell Diamond. So if you want to see good high school ball, come out and check that out. And then they come back on the week of the 11th, which I believe is Father's Day weekend. I know Mother's Day. I always know Mother's Day, but I don't know Father's Day. But on Saturday the 15th, it's a Corey Seager World Series replica ring giveaway. And then, Father's Day with Christopher McDonald, which is, you know him. He's what's his name from Happy Gilmore? The Shooter McGavin.
Oh, Shooter.
Yeah.
He's out here?
Yeah, so come on out and see him on Father's Day. So for more information, visit www.milb.com/round-rock.
All right, guys, and joining us on the Round Rock Express hotline, it is brought to you by Round Rock Express. It's the guest segment. Joining us is Jack Leiter, right-hand pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Jack, what's going on, bud?
Not much. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. Did I see you throwing a bullpen earlier?
Yes.
Today's your bullpen day?
Yes, it is.
What were you working on?
I mean, probably the roughest one so far this week, in terms of fastball command, and everything comes off of that. I felt really good about it all year, so that was the focus today.
Yeah. Everyone's going to have a bad one every once in a while, so you got yours out of the way here. But the body of work at AAA, how pleased are you with it?
It's good. It's really about taking the process mindset of, what can I do to get better each day, and one pitch at a time. It's just how focused can you be on that, and that's what I've come to learn in my short professional career so far. So that's been the focus, and I've been happy about the progress.
What have you taken away from your 3 major league starts? Which I think, I know you don't want to make excuses, but I think it's tough to get dropped in and then pulled right back in. You get out of your routine, and you just said you're so focused on your routine. But what have you thought? What have you learned?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to take away. I think each one has been its own learning experience, each outing, and they've all been far from ideal. And I know that what I can do and what I will do is a lot better than that in terms of the results. But again, it's about the process and what can I take away from each outing. And a lot of it's been pitch usage, pitch selection, kind of the rhythm and tempo that I carry down here. Just bringing it with me up there. I think I've kind of strayed away from what's made me good down here while I've been up there. So, I think right when I can get that to translate and pitch like myself up there, good things will start to happen.
So we're doing a minor league show now. We had Jordan Teagues on yesterday, and I know when I talked to you in spring training about the last season, you were effusive in your praise of Jordan. Of course, he mentioned John Goebel and a bunch of other guys. Can you talk about the support you get from the minor league side, from Jordan, from pitching coaches, wherever you've been?
Yeah, it's been great. Goebel was awesome last year. Bork's awesome this year. DK, the whole staff here is great, and it all comes back to Teagues. Teagues has been awesome. It's kind of the running joke in our org among the pitchers. Like, when Teagues is in town at your affiliate, everybody kind of figures it out. Like, he's got the magic touch. It's just like, hey, try this, and it just works when he says it. So he's a great coach.
Yeah, he said he's been working mostly with the 2 upper level teams. I mean, you guys are throwing it pretty good here. Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems like it's a mix of guys. There's some veterans and there's some younger guys like you. What works as a staff? What's working as a staff?
I mean, I think aggressiveness, consistency, things that I feel like this past outing, I didn't do well. We have been doing well. So it's really just a matter of repeatable delivery, keeping it simple, and attacking the zone with multiple pitches. And I think everyone on the staff, a lot of guys have been around and had success. I mean, you have a legend here in Cueto, and we've had Scherzer stop in. It's been a really cool place to be, I think.
What did you see from Cueto last night? He tossed 6 scoreless. He's not quite twice your age, but he's a little older. He's right around my age. Well, no, he's not. I'm 10 years older than him. But what do you see from that guy?
Yeah, he's fun to watch. Fun to watch go about his business. Super nice guy. Obviously, I think he's earned the right to not be a nice guy, but he is. So that's pretty cool to see, because he's done a lot of amazing things, and watching him shimmy out there on the mound and change speeds and get a lot of swing and misses, it's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, as you probably know, you're from your dad, from Mike Maddox, locating your fastball and changing speeds. Yes, you can pitch for a long time if you do that. And
yes.
And I mean, Mike Maddox, people forget, pitched in the majors for 16 years.
Yeah.
Your dad pitched a long time. Johnny Cueto has pitched a long time. Do you guys watch a guy like Johnny and say, "Geez, I can do that"?
Yeah, I mean, it's just being around the big leaguers in big league camp, and then the few times I've been up so far, it's really cool, because you see guys on other teams. Obviously, watching on TV, I've watched baseball obsessively since I was young. You see guys of all different types throwing 102 and don't really know where it's going. The ones who throw 102 and do know where it's going are the best of the best. And then there's guys who don't break 90 and change speeds really well and locate, and those are sometimes the most fun guys to watch. So I think you can take something from everybody and kind of mold your game. It's a game of like everything else, of trial and error, and you kind of figure out your direction, what routines work the best, what mindsets work the best, and how to attack your weekly preparation.
Well, so that sounds like the answer to my next question. How do you stay on the right track? Because you appear to be, Jack.
Yeah, I really do trust my process, and I feel very confident in my long-term outlook for myself, which is a comforting thing. It's knowing that, trusting my process, trusting my work and my work ethic, I'll be where I want to be at some point. I don't know. In my head, I don't know if that's next week, next month, a year from now, 5 years from now. I want to play till I'm 45. So,
me too.
So, in my head, it's just stay the course, keep pushing, keep getting better, and good things will happen, because you can't make it all happen at once.
All right.
So listen, I've got to ask this. So we all thought you had a chance to make your major league debut this year. It was not quite the way it was supposed to be, but you did. So I got to know, how crazy is it? How long before you got the call and you got to tell everybody? Who'd you call first?
Well, my dad for sure. He's been in it every step of the way. Sometimes he's even more invested than I am in my own pitches, and it's great. Every step of the way, I feel like he's been there with me. So that's special for both of us. And my mom, my sisters, called all them before it broke out, and one of my sisters started crying at work, so it was cool. Yeah.
Was it hard to keep it a secret? Because I know the Rangers don't want you telling anybody, or I know you don't do social media, but like guys in the past have tweeted it and caught some grief for it. Was it tough to keep it quiet?
One of my best friends from home actually texted me the night before I found out and said, when you get called up, you got to let me know so we could all fly in and come to the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah. And sure enough, the next morning I got called up, and I was like, what weird timing for him to say that. But I couldn't tell him till it was out.
Did you make him sign an NDA, or don't tell anybody?
Well, how did you find out? Did they play? You know, some of them play jokes on you, do stuff like that. How'd you find out?
It was a little bit. We were going to Sugar Land that next day, and I texted Will, our trainer, and I said, I'm going to drive to Sugar Land. I'm not going to take the bus. And that was the night before we were supposed to leave. And he was like, well, just stop in. Actually, Skipper called me and he said, just stop in at the field tomorrow because there's a lot of moving parts and then you can drive. So he didn't tell me there. And then I got to the field and I was supposed to have a bullpen that day. They called me in Skip's office and the whole coaching staff was in there and they said, you're going to throw your bullpen this morning. It was like 8 in the morning. You're going to throw your bullpen now and you're on a flight to Oakland later. So, no, it was awesome.
So you flew in that day and then started, what, 2 days?
So it was a Thursday day game,
that,
right?
Then, that was on Tuesday. So
okay. Detroit was a yes.
All right. Well, listen, Jack, we appreciate it. We know how busy you guys are. Take time to stop down and talk to us. It means a lot to us. I think Cole's going to join us here in a second. Congratulations on your big league debut. I know the other day wasn't great, but hey, that happens every once in a while. Like you said,
I had a bad Wednesday too.
Just your fastball wasn't going good, and man, if your fastball's not, you can't play off of that. So that's it. Congratulations. Thanks for coming on with us again. And we'll see you down the road, bud. All right, guys, and joining us right now is Texas Ranger right-hand pitcher Cole Winn, who here in Round Rock right now. But man, you have been good in the big leagues this year. What's going on, bud?
Not much, guys. Thanks for having me on.
We were in spring training. We saw you. Of course, we've got the Colorado connection. We're going to put up a picture of that shirt that I sent you that we got to get. Did you expect to get called up as soon as you did? I mean, it was 2 weeks into the season.
Not really, no. I think everything had to go perfect for my path, not so perfect for others, which is the unfortunate part for others. But that's how the game works, and I was blessed to be in a spot that I was.
Yeah, we had Jordan Teagues on in our minor league show yesterday, and he was talking about how well you did, and that you might have been throwing too many strikes. Is that kind of the takeaway when you come back down here?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you'd have told me last year at this time I was throwing too many strikes, I think I would have had some different words. But
he made the same joke. Tell you that he would be throwing too many strikes. That's funny. Jordan said the same thing.
I told him that.
Okay, good. Yeah, but so what did they tell you when they sent you down? What did they want you to work on to get back up there?
It was more so just expanding the zone with two strikes. Up there, the hitters are really good, and they'll make you pay for mistakes that you make. And, I think it's even more so. Like, you notice it when you make a mistake and 2 strikes count, but foul it off or get a good piece of it and get a single or a double or whatever. But, yeah, I think it's just expanding the zone with 2 strikes.
Among the things you got to do was pitch in Colorado. And I know you'd pitched at Coors Field before, All-Star games and the Futures game, but what was that like to actually have your grandma and your friends see you in a major league uniform in a major league game?
It was really cool, honestly. I mean, like you said, I pitched there before in high school and the Futures game and played there before, but never in a big league uniform in a big league game. So, I mean, it was really cool. It was cool to have family there. My grandma was able to go to every game. I had a ton of friends there, and people I haven't seen in years come by the bullpen and say hi or whatever. But I mean, it was really cool. It was special to go back there.
So have you stopped giving your parents grief about not being there, about being at a wedding?
No, not yet. I think I have a little bit more time before that one.
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations on that one?
I think I got a little bit more time.
But they did make your debut, which is pretty impressive on short notice.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. They were fortunate enough to find a flight the same morning, because I found out late the night before, and then it was a day game, so they had a pretty quick turnaround too. So I mean, it was cool to have them there.
Yeah, what was that like for you? I know this is always John's question, but I'm going to steal it from him. Like, how did you find out that night, and what did they say?
Did they play a joke or anything on you to do it?
No. So I found out, I was sitting in my locker, and then Bort came up, said, "Hey, Skip wants to see you." So I went in there, and they said, "You have a flight to Houston." And then after that, it was a little bit harder to remember. But no, they said it's 50-50 whether you're going to get activated or not. You'll know in the morning when you get there. And then, I got there and I was activated. And then next thing you know, I'm in the game.
That was a crazy weekend because They won the first game. That was the Angel Hernandez game when Wyatt got it in just before Angel retired. Lucky him. And then the next day, Brock Burke had the unfortunate run-in with the door. So Austin Pruitt came up, and then Cody Bradford, who we all thought was on his way back, his back wasn't getting any better, and you took his spot, and he's still dealing with it. But like you said, sometimes that's what it takes, and it's a crummy way to make your debut, but that's why you're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's never fun seeing the guys that you work next to get hurt or go down, but it is part of the game.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, you've known them forever. So it's you don't you're not like come on hamstring, but
it's got to feel kind of good. I mean, let's be honest. You didn't go up to the major leagues, and the reason you got demoted was because of performance. Really, unfortunately for you, you have options. Yeah. And in that moment, that's kind of why they wanted to get you to work on something else, expand your zone. But hey, you have options, and we got to see if we can get some more out of these guys. It wasn't because you were just getting shelled or something was happening. You're actually doing really good up there. I mean, we're proud of you. We've known you since you were, high A coming up.
2018, first time we met.
Sure.
So what was the key for you dialing it in? You just made a joke about a year ago you could not throw strikes, and now they want you to throw fewer of them. So what was the key to dialing it in?
This game's weird, but I think it was just I got my body in a better spot. I'm moving a lot better, and a lot more confidence on the mound. I know what I'm doing. I know what the day-to-day looks like. I think my preparation's better. I think my mindset's better. And, yeah, I mean, it's just trusting in myself, trusting my pitches.
Well, and then being there and seeing like a Robertson and a Yates, how they go about it, that's got to be huge too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those guys are some of the best in the game, and they've been playing for a long time, and you can see why. I mean, the day-to-day is – I mean, they're putting in the work just like everybody else, but, I mean, they've been doing it for so long, and I was able to pick their brain and see what they do on, say, a day that they're hot, a day that's a recovery day, and, they were really helpful with that.
Yeah. So, and then like your Colorado, you got to go to Pasta Days, one of our favorite restaurants. We got to get them to sponsor the show somehow. I don't know
what is it?
Pasta J's. It's in Boulder. Tell them we got a big support group in Longmont. Yeah. We can send some Longmont business their way, maybe.
So I played football and basketball with the owner's son.
Okay.
So that's why we started going there. So I have a connection. So we could maybe get something going.
The native son, man. He can get us a sponsorship from up there.
I know. Got to bring one to Texas.
That's right. Absolutely.
Hey, so I got to ask, how's the golf game? Have you had a chance to play much? Or?
I played a few times this year. In season, it's a little bit different. Off season, it was pretty good, but yeah, I try and get out every once in a while.
Where are you sitting? What's the handicap?
Like 1.
Oh my gosh!
Where do you play around here?
Around here, like Forest Creek. Got a connection through my agency with UT, so we played there a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah. Try and play all over.
Yeah, but you got a day job too now.
Yeah.
It's not spring training anymore.
I know. I got to work. It's tough to go in the mornings and come here and pitch.
Especially when it's getting smoking hot, which it's about to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing long sleeves. So are you. I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm sweating and I'm not. That's because I've got the extra thermals on right here.
If the weather could stay like this all summer, it'd be amazing.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Need to get back to playing indoors. Right?
Yeah,
that's the good part.
For sure.
Well, listen, man, we want to thank you so much for stopping down, and you always are willing to come on when we get you out here. Congratulations. You are a big leaguer. You're going to be back up there. We already know that. The time's coming. Great job. We're really proud of you, bud.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
For having me.
All right, guys.
That's Cole Winn joining us here right now.